The truth is, the angels never left you, and you have already had everything that you have ever needed to complete the works. These unfortunate series of events that have been labeled as distraction, defeat, the turn away from your heart's desire, the coal that is blackened within the earth requires time and temperament for its putrid to be refined, so that it could be alchemically transmuted into power. And so is true for your sufferings. It is not the most beautiful of bricks that build empires. It is not the most beautiful of cuts in the ground that sow the most abundant fields. This isn't just another lecture of blood, sweat, and tears. This is a conversation on the inherent power of your misfortunes and how there is no such thing. There is a pendulum swinging. Most people, when the pendulum swings, they cut the chain, for better or for worse, thinking they need to hurtle completely into the next direction. They need to completely detach their emotion, allow the spear of logic to be hurtled across the stars. They do not have faith in how they feel. They see it as something to be dissected, to be destroyed, and to be replaced with some better idea, like the modern person would. The truth is, all things that come into your life, both materially, emotionally, spiritually, are meant to be felt through. And until you have properly felt through those things, you cannot level up. You cannot get what you are looking for, and you cannot acquire the riches that have been laid out for you. Now, the truth is plain and simple, that there is nothing working against you. There are only things working for you. There are only things that are aligned with you. Even those that seem to cast snares and distaste in your direction are only there to toughen you up. The universe is clever in its designs. It makes it so only those who are in tune can rise. And only those who are in tune can rule. There are going to be a lot of people who are quick to tell you that this world is just a matrix, that it's not real, that there's nothing here that really matters, that the world has become so dissociated from this idea that this life, this world, has any sense of true meaning. It has derived it of so and has built a pleasure-based reality. But true soul connection, reward, emotional fulfillment, love, and desire fulfilled, all that comes from sacrifice. All that comes first from the have-nots before the haves are fulfilled. Because true dreams that are worth desiring require pain. It's like your ticket. How much suffering do you have to pay with today, sir, before you receive this gift? Oh, well, I've brought many bags full with me today. Not enough. Go back and get more. It is not to be, as some misinterpret text, to be flailing the self continuously down the road as if that's your alchemical transmutation. Your alchemical transmutation is to thrust yourself upon a worthy goal and a worthy endeavor. Something that is worth writing within your heart, living to the beat of the drum with. Because most people just follow the song that is playing. They're too scared to make their own. Or they're too scared to assume how music is supposed to be and how music has to come out. Amongst the stars and what has already been written, the average person has already been overwhelmed with this idea of competition before they've even played their hand, before they've even taken their chance. They have just assumed that what has already been done is better than anything they'll ever do. That the ancestors were smarter, that the ancestors were more in tune, and this couldn't be anything further from the truth. That the truth is that you already have, as I have already told you, everything that you have already needed. And that things have been handed down for you to build upon, not to copy. We live in a spiritual society that obsesses over the past. We obsessed over what the ancients have done, what the predecessors have done, what the Great One, whoever people believe the Great One is, whatever they have once done. All unto them, but nothing unto the self. No sense of belief that you too can split a loaf of bread into two, a fish into two or 1,000. That you as well could split the sea in front of others. That you too can raise the dead. That there is nothing that is definitive. There is nothing that is written. It is often said by those who have followed certain path, that it is written, it is finished, the works are done. It is not written, it is threaded. And the works can be unthreaded. The works could be refined, replaced with metallic or something of a more finer nature. There's nothing set in stone in this reality. The only things that are set in stone is what collective consciousness has said is so. Detach yourself from collective consciousness. Well, you only have you, yourself, and no one else. Just the echo chamber of the thoughts of Cronus living within you, preparing for the next endeavor, preparing for the next launch, the seize of the throne, the grasp towards the scepter. And no more are you just grasping. No more are you just assuming. You are tediously playing each and every part, like an extremely precise game. You are no longer willing to give up any amount of space. You no longer have anything to forfeit. You've become this infinite being that is able to channel anything that you so will, anything that you so desire. And so the universe said, if you only have one wish, what will it be? Now, before you go blow that wish away on some irrelevant convenience, think about the overarching existence. Understand that other things are required for higher goals and dreams and ideals to exist. The enlightened person must have the modes of transportation that deliver them to share their gifts. It is not for you to need to think that you need the tools before you start the work. You need to decide the work and then trust the tools. And don't pass judgment or assumption on the tools. The universe will always send you what you need to see. It will always give you what you need to hear. Most people are willingly blind and willingly just not listening. They're tuned into the rhythms of the river of their own sadness or their own exuberance. They don't truly listen. They don't truly watch. They just take blow after blow, defeat after defeat, thinking that these blockages are just coming unpredictably. But if they were to stop and to think and to slow down and properly remove not emotion but ego from the judgment, they would see the pattern. They would see what keeps happening over and over and over. They'll see that the result that they have always wanted but were never able to obtain was because of specific things being done, not because of circumstances assigned. Your life is a ritual. Your life is magic. The things that you do on a routine basis build up your energy, your chi, your excitement, and turn you into what you're meant to become. Your thoughts become your actions. Your actions are what change the world. And the world will respond to you as you become a new mode for new thoughts, as you become a new being based off of new principles. It's like that rare card that everybody is looking for, and these boxes that everybody are hunting down for the rare collectibles. You will be that rare collectible. You will be that one that people have found and said, aha, this is the one. And all you have done is just decided to follow your own path. There is a cleared path, and you chose to take out your machete or your hatchet and swing your way through the thicket, through the woods, and to carve out your own home, to sit upon your own canopy, and to make your own communion with the stars and the heavens and all things that are in between there. You were never alone. You were never forgotten. And you were always being listened to. If you were to be given the immediate alleviations to your sufferings, you would not have worked through the lesson that the sufferings were meant to teach. And until you're willing to receive at face value that the universe is here to teach you along the way and does not speak the same language as people and does not care about human emotion, it only cares, did you follow the formula? Did you follow the plan? Compare your mind to a beautiful vast field. Fertile field. You could plant anything with it. One person plants an abundance of wheat and rice, and their fields are plenty. They have more food than they know what to do with. Another person has planted nightshade. They have more nightshade and poison than they could ever imagine. It is your turn to decide what you are planting in the field. It is not for anyone else to decide for you. This must come from the heart. It must be your decision. And let that decision be now.